People say heartbreak feels like a punch, but mine felt like a gunshot I never saw coming. One moment I was sitting at a family dinner, surrounded by laughter, and the next, I was watching my wife betray me with the one person I swore would always protect me, my own brother. And when she called me a broken loser, she had no idea she'd just created the version of me that would destroy her entire plan forever. Narrator: Amir, 32, quiet, loyal, works in software. Wife: Sanaa, 29, confident, sharp-tongued, craves attention. Brother: Ryan, 28, charming but irresponsible. Sister: Aliyah, 30, honest and protective. I remember the night everything fell apart like it's carved into my bones. We were all at my parents' house for my mother's birthday. Soft lights, warm food, the kind of evening where you're supposed to feel safe. I was in the kitchen helping Dad with the dishes when I noticed Sanaa and Ryan weren't at the table anymore. At first, I thought nothing of it. They grew up around each other after Sanaa joined our family gatherings. They laughed, talked, joked like siblings. I trusted them both. But trust is a blind man walking toward a cliff. I stepped out onto the back patio to get some air. That's when I heard it, low murmuring near the side of the house. A voice I knew too well. Sanaa's. Then Ryan's. Laughing. Whispering. Too close. Something cold spread through my chest. I walked closer, and the shadows formed a picture I'll never forget. Sanaa was standing inches from Ryan, her hand on his arm, their heads bowed together. Not hugging, but intimate. The kind of closeness two people share only when they think no one else is watching. My foot slipped on a loose tile, and they both snapped their heads toward me. Ryan jumped back. Sanaa froze like a thief caught under a spotlight. "Amir," she stuttered. "How long?" My voice was steady, but inside, everything cracked. Ryan swallowed hard. "Bro, it's not." "Don't lie," I snapped. And that's when Sanaa's face changed. Instead of guilt, she got angry. "You're overreacting," she hissed. "Maybe if you weren't such a broken loser, I wouldn't need someone who actually listens." The words hit harder than anything they were doing. Broken. Loser. From the woman I married. The woman I protected. The woman I gave everything to. A sharp breath sounded behind me. My sister, Aliyah, stepped forward with tears in her eyes. "I tried to warn you," she whispered. "I found out weeks ago, but I didn't know how to tell you." Weeks. People had known. People had watched. And I had been blind, not because I couldn't see, but because I loved too deeply. Sanaa crossed her arms like she was the injured party. Ryan couldn't even lift his head. And my family stood frozen, shocked and disappointed. Everything inside me stopped. Then something new started. Not anger. Not pain. Clarity. I didn't shout, didn't fight. I just said, "Okay." Sanaa smirked, thinking she'd won. But the game hadn't even started. For the next month, I played the role of the broken man she thought I was. Quiet. Distant. Weak. She walked around the house like she owned it, already acting like Ryan was her future. But while she laughed at me behind my back, I worked. For 2 years I had been building a software prototype, something I believed could change my career. Sanaa always mocked it, saying it was a waste of time. But an investor finally saw what she didn't. And suddenly, my waste of time turned into a multi-million rupee deal. I didn't tell a soul. Not even my parents. Because revenge is never loud in the beginning. A month later, the deal closed. Money came in. My future lit up like a sunrise. I invited both families for dinner, the same setting where everything broke. At the table, Sanaa sat beside me with her usual superiority. Ryan didn't even look up. I stood. "I have an announcement," I said calmly. "My company was officially valued at 350 million rupees today." Everyone gasped. My mother cried. My father grinned. Except Sanaa. Her face drained. Not because she was proud, but because she realized she was no longer part of my victory. And since my wife called me a broken loser, I made sure she wasn't included in anything I built. Legally. Financially. Completely. Dead silence. Then I placed divorce papers on the table. "You didn't break me," I said quietly. "You freed me." Sanaa burst into tears, begging. Ryan walked out in shame. My parents looked at me with pride. And I walked away, not victorious, just finally free.